All right. So, as you approach from the sky in your airship,
It
you
does
notice
not look like a dick.
that definitely doesn't. No, your airship looks like a large, bulbous, jubbly,
It's a clit ship.
beautiful. No, a clipper is a
No, not a clipper,
not
but a clit ship, as he called it.
Clit ship.
We're approaching from above, so I'm assuming we're descending.
We're jumping it. Let's go.
jumping it. Sure. Let's
Actually, I have a functional question. How is the ship propelled? I don't see any sails. Is it propelled by magical means?
I have to assume. I mean, this is the image that they have given me in the module, and although it has a mast, it appears that it is only used for observation from the old crow's nest.
So with that question, I'm assuming the ship is alive.
It does not appear to be moving. It appears to be made of wood. Here, I will just
That's
read.
what she said.
The dick ship is made of wood. It's a squid. Y'all.
It's apparently wood.
The Morkoth is a bizarre-looking, yet seaworthy vessel, with a hull that resembles a giant squid. As it plies the trackless sea, the top of the forward stabilizing fin, the foreskin, remains above the water while the aft tentacles trail behind.
Afticles.
The Morkoth has the statistics of a sailing ship. That's it. It's a sailing ship. It has no sails. Okay, fine. It must be maneuvered by magic, but it moves with the wind because we're going to go with this, and I'd rather get to the fight. Squid Pro Row. What the absolute shit are you... He's polishing a knob. It's not sexual.
What?
Anyway.
Alright.
So, the northern reaches of the trackless sea are a harsh and foreboding place. One of the harshest oceans on the entirety of Faerun. And as you descend through the stormy clouds, lightning crackling all around, Ragnar feels the magical charge of energy in the presence of his god, spurring him onward to the mission at hand. You see the Morkoth, very small at first, because it is distant below you. As you ascend, the penis ship gets larger and larger in your vision, until you are now close enough to act. You see small creatures, humanoids, scurrying about the deck, some of them pointing up at you, others seemingly throwing items into the water and splashing about. You notice the 4 ballista mounted on the deck, 2 forward and 2 aft, begin to be manned with a gunner and a loader on each of the major weapons. The rest of the crew hurrying about, readying weapons and preparing for a fight. It appears as if there are at least 20 human-sized individuals on board the ship. What would you like to do?
How many did you say again?
There are at least 20 humanoids.
Yikes.
I say we just drop in there and kick their fucking asses.
Well,
said
we could man the ballista on our ship. I mean, we have a ship. We can attack their ship with our ship.
Yeah, put that ranger on the ballista. And
Okay.
let's get.
Hold on, I gotta get my plug.
Let's get attached to that ship before it descends.
Yeah, let's come all over that other ship.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez. All right, so Zindra
Let's proceed
Winterbow.
with docking maneuvers.
Zindra Winterbow at your command runs to the forward ballista, which has the harpoon and winch line attached to it. The Harper crewmen man the aft ballista as the four of you prepare to descend, presumably with like grapnels and ropes or something, to the deck of the Morkoth. As you come within range, you notice the deck ballistas being trained upon you, and as you get closer, you can make out very clearly now the outline of a captive storm giant in the lower hold, which is open to the sky. The main mast holding the crow's nest extending up from between the legs of King Hecaton, who is restrained with at least 4 large chains, all bound and shackled to the deck. Yeah. Okay, that's enough information for right now. Let's go ahead and have everybody roll initiative, and if you please, someone choose to roll for Zindra, someone choose to roll for the healer, and then a third hero roll for the airship itself, please.
I'll roll for the ship. Does the ship is just a straight D20?
Yeah, everything that is not, that doesn't get a bonus is a straight D20.
So I got a 15. It's got a 14. X rolled a 2. The healer. So wait, we got the healer. We got the ship. Oh, Jimmer's rolling for Zindra.
Alright, 14 is for the airship. Zindra is an 11. The healer is a 2 all the way at the bottom. That guy is... the fuck is his name? Dry Humphrey. Nice.
Dry Humphrey on the dick ship.
So he's at a 2. I've got a 6. Hey, J-Lo, go ahead and re-roll your initiative, because I believe you have advantage on that.
Oh, okay.
And then Rex should roll for himself. Well, 7's better than 6.
I think he did.
Yeah, I did.
He got 10.
Where am I
I
missing?
got a 10. Very top.
Up at the
Okay,
top.
did you roll with advantage? I think you might have.
I did not. Let me do that real quick. R1D20.
Yep,
That's
10
worse.
it is.
So, yeah. The dice are not with
All
me.
right, and I'm missing Florida Man's.
What was
I'm in there.
Dr. Rex's?
13.
Okay. Wait, 10 is Ragnar. 13 is Florida Man. All right, and let's see. What am I missing?
think-
Da-da-da-da-da.
I think one Dick Sully.
Dry Humphrey? Dick Sully? Who's Dick Sully?
The combat medic.
That's
no,
that's
that's
Dry
Dry
Humphrey.
That's
that's
Dry
right.
Humphrey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's everybody. Let me roll for the cultists. And it looks like they're going first. You notice that the individual at the helm of the ship seems to be barking a number of commands. And you are still out of range for all of their hand weapons, but the ballista are going to open up first. So they're targeting the ship generally, the airship generally. Let me pull up the statistics for this.
We have 1 forward and 1 aft ballista, right?
Yes, you have 2, they have 4. What the heck is that? No.
Ted, if I'm reading this correctly, the top is about 75 by 15.
Yeah, that's about right. It's about the size of the deck space.
The girth.
The girth of the dick ship. Ugh.
Oh, I'm seeing this correctly. Hecaton is on the lower deck, but it's open.
Yes. Yeah, it's open to the
Okay.
sky.
Okay.
Alright. So I'm going to resolve the ship. You see them all fire their ballista. I'm going to make 4 attack rolls. The airship, I'm going to double check its armor class because I didn't pick it up for some reason. Let's see. AC
Just
13.
realized- I just realized that it's like a cross between Santa's sleigh and a narwhal.
Sure. It's a pretty little airship.
Got
Alright,
a balloon.
so airship is AC 13 with 250. There you go. Alright, I wrote down the important information. First ballista shot. Hits. Second ballista shot. Hits. Third ballista shot. Hits. And number 4 also hits.
What the hell?
It's 4 dick shots.
That's 4 dick shots.
To my boob boat.
So apparently we're walking back.
How did you roll 4 times and you got a 13 or better every time?
Because two of them were 13s, and I neglected to realize that players win ties. So we are going to count 2 of those hits. Thanks for the reminder. So I need to assess 6d12 plus 18 piercing damage.
Hang on, Bodie.
$38. That is okay. All right, you've got a number of ballista fucking shanks sticking out of your airship. You continue to descend as the crew works furiously on the deck of the Morkoth, attempting to reload their 4 ballista. That brings up Rogue. You are at 15 in the initiative order. You are up first. Let's say you are, I don't know what makes sense, like 200 feet of elevation? And descending at a reasonable pace. What's reasonable? 50 feet around?
Oh, descending 50 feet? Yeah, I guess so. My base speed's 30. So. Okay, so I'm 200 feet away, you said?
Yeah, let's go with 200. That seems okay.
Let's see. And there's like 20 of them on the deck.
Yes.
Dang, that's a lot.
How close?
Can I target the, like, captain, the guy at the helm?
Sure.
Alright, let's see. I'm gonna target him. So let's see, I need 200 range.
Did you indeed take Spell Sniper? I was sort of
Did.
kind of lining you up for one of those. What spell are you using?
Well, so the only thing that's gonna make it, because most of my spells are 90 feet, so we're not quite there yet. So I can firebolt him, though. I'm gonna
Okay,
do that.
Firebolt. You got it.
Firebolt! Fire at will.
That, I think, is a 20-foot or 120.
120, yeah.
120 range.
Oh.
So you are definitely within range.
Yeah, and spell. Hold on. Let me put it the whole.
On a hit,
Ignores-
target takes
ignore
2d10
covers.
fire damage. You got it.
So, ignore half cover, blah, blah, blah. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I could have used my noose cantrip. I forgot about it.
Well, what do you want to use? What do you want to use? Just tell me.
The attack roll is the same. So I got 2d8, or what's firebolt again? Hold on, I gotta go back.
2d10.
2d. I'm gonna do firebolt then. It's only 2d8 for chill touch. Okay. Boom. Firebolt.
Firebolt. And that's an 18 on the roll. Let me double check and make sure that there's not any crazy stuff in the way here.
Well, it ignores half and 3/4 cover.
Yeah.
So-
I'm just double checking. Well, because this ship has a number of magical protections on it.
crevices.
Yeah, I don't think that it protects it from what do you call it? Projectiles or, magical attacks, spell attacks. Okay. Nope. So that is going to hit. Please roll damage for me. Yikes. All right.
What did that just do?
You rolled 2d10 and
I
rolled
rolled
a
it.
10 and a 9. Dude,
Okay,
that shit slaps. Okay.
He can see me, right? So
Yeah, relatively. I mean, you can give him the finger or whatever. You pretty much that was a good hit. All right. So he's still up. He's still crewing the ship, but is definitely unhappy about that and begins barking orders.
Talking places. Sorry, there were so many people. I don't know that I love them.
okay, it's the ship's turn.
So if you are done, then that is the airship's turn, and the aft ballista will fire. Does anybody want to make a target call and attack roll for that? Keeping in mind that it's within the long range distance of a ballista.
Wait, didn't they just fire at us with the ballista?
Yeah, they just fired at you, and you're
Okay.
now firing at them.
Okay, but shouldn't we have advantage because we're firing down?
You would
Like,
think
does
that,
range
but
really matter?
let's say that it's still difficult. You're trying to hit a moving target that's on the pitching seas. Same. Are you going to attack anything in particular, or do you want the crew to just hold their fire until they get closer?
No, I mean I think fire to how many times does it take
Somebody
to
give
reload
the crew
ballista?
on the back of the ship a command.
Well, how many turns does it take to reload the ballista?
1-ish.
Fire!
It takes 1 action to load the weapon, 1 action to aim it, and 1 action to fire.
Okay, so when you rolled for the ballista that hit us, you rolled all of them with disadvantage?
Yes.
And you still got 2 hits?
I got 2 hits.
Dang.
So what am I rolling for the ship's ballista?
D20 plus 6 with
Fire
disadvantage,
on the
please.
scalawags!
Probably doesn't hit.
12. What target are you trying to hit, by the way?
Probably one of the ballistas.
Okay.
We're approaching from the rear, right? Or we're just coming down.
No, it's fine. One of the ballistas is a good enough target for me. Go
Okay.
ahead and roll it again and see if you get less than 12. So, yeah, that is going to not hit, unfortunately. No, a 12 will... If you're aiming for the ballista crew, a 12 will strike one of the crew. So go ahead and roll me a 3d12 plus 9 piercing damage, and we will strike the loader on one of the aft ballista crews.
Plus 9.
Okay, so that dude is impaled and goes soaring over the side of the ship with a ballista shaft like wedged straight through his chest. He's probably dead before he hits the water. But the rest of the crew remains working, and you note that the someone on the rest of the crew eagerly goes to replace the struck crew member, his position at the aft ballista. So that is a
So we have 2 people on each ballista. Is that correct?
Yes, you have a loader and Zindra Winterbow up forward, and you have a loader and a gunner back aft. 2
Alright.
more crew members, one at the helm and one at the furnace controls, and then the rest of the 4 of you at whatever you're doing. Oh,
Sending to
the
our
4
gig.
of you plus the combat medic, excuse me. Does that make sense? So if we're good with that, that's the airship's turn. It continues to descend. It is 150 feet of elevation. And Florida Man, that brings up your turn. From 150 feet above the Morkoth, what would you like to do?
How far lower is the lowest deck?
It's a ship, so we'll say roughly 7 to 8 feet per deck.
And I cast my cantrip Eldritch Blast and blast one of the chains.
You may certainly try. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
With Eldritch Blast?
Yeah, you're allowed to do that. Why wouldn't you? You can blast an object. It's an attack roll.
Looking at it, it's 1d8 or 1d20 plus 7.
Sounds about right. I can pull up your character sheet.
I got it
here.
right.
Okay. Plus 7. Unfortunately, an 8 does not hit. A 21 will hit. Go ahead and roll damage, please.
If you have that still up, that is a 1d10.
I think it's a 1d10, yep, per blast. Okay, so as the Eldritch Blast strikes the chain, it throws off a shower of magical sparks, and unfortunately from this distance you can't quite see if anything is different yet. But the chain is definitely large enough to have been seen from this distance, but you don't notice anything different about the chain right now.
And I do get 2 actions. Can I cast Bardic Inspiration on my, 3 fellow Voyagers?
You get 1 bonus action, so choose one of them first.
Who's next? Is it Rexy or the Sasquatch?
I
think
mean, you...
Rexy, you go, girl. Get him.
All right,
All right.
I'm going to, I guess, lightning bolt the chain. Is it? How far away are we from the chain?
150, 140-ish feet.
I think that's too far. 140 feet away. Did we, when we fired the ballista, did we attach ourselves? Was that like a harpoon, or was that just a?
That would be Zindra Winterbow's turn because she's on the forward ballista. Do you want to give her an instruction?
So my plan is to attach ourselves to the ship, and then I want to use my Stormraker lance to just slide down to the ship.
Okay, well, we can wait until that happens, which will be half a turn. So go ahead and make a attack roll for Zindra Winterbow, shooting the ballista with the harpoon and the rope attached to it. Give yourself a +6, no disadvantage. D20 +6, please.
All right. 21.
That will definitely hit the deck of the Morkoth. The harpoon is embedded, and the airship is now tethered to the upper deck of the Morkoth.
Okay, where precisely is the harpoon tethered? Please indicate on the map.
I'm going to do this completely randomly.
Okay.
Right there.
Perfect. All right.
And roll for damage.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, give me a 3d12 plus 9 piercing damage.
That's 29.
29. So the Morkoth, which had okay, that's recorded. Zindra and her crew member are reloading the ballista, and here comes Ragnar sliding down the rope towards the ship. Now, 150 feet is a bit to descend, so I'm going to ask for an athletics check on that, please.
All right, so my athletics, I have a +3 acrobatics.
Excuse
+7
me. Well,
athletics.
athletics or acrobatic. You got +7 for athletics.
I got an 11.
Okay. All right. I'm going to say that you basically get down to the deck, but that is a very hard landing. So we are going to basically role play that as 10 feet of falling damage. So I'll roll me. I rolled a 1 anyway. So take 1 bludgeoning damage.
Okie dokie.
And then we will basically say you get down there and it's such an impact, you don't have any other movement left this round.
That's fine.
But you can take an action.
All right, I can take an action. There are 2 dudes surrounding me, are there not?
There are 2, call it 4 if you include the loaders. You got 2 ballista crews relatively within arm's reach. Definitely within the long range capability of the lance.
So can I lightning bolt one of those fuckers?
I'll let you catch a entire ballista and its crew in a lightning bolt if you want to nuke it that way.
Yeah, I do. All right, so let's do 1d.
What is that, dex save?
I'm looking. Where is my... Actually, I want to lightning lure one of the operators if I am within 5 feet of them.
What's a lightning lure?
So, it's a cantrip. 2d8 damage. You create a slash of lightning energy that strikes one creature of your choice you can see within 15 feet in front of you. Target must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pulled up to 10 feet in a straight line towards you and then take 1d8 lightning damage if it's within 5 feet of me.
Huh. Okay. All
So,
right.
and
So
actually
strength.
is
Yeah.
2d8 because
2d8.
I
I
have
see it.
yeah.
So strength save versus what?
14.
And the roll
Or-
is a 19.
Damn. Oh well.
Yeah. So you're basically like grabbing the dude, but he's trying to fight it off as he wrestles the ballista around. J-Lo,
Alright,
I think that brings up your turn, unless Sir Ragnar wants to use his bonus action, which should just be rage, I think.
Let me hold off on the rage for the minute.
Okay. All right, cool. J-Lo, you're up.
All right. So I think we're still 120-ish feet away, so there's not much I can do. But if
Well, you
we're
can jump
above,
on that rope and slide down next to me if you wanted to. Just saying.
I may do that, but I have in my inventory a bottle of oil of slipperiness, and I'm wondering if I can chuck that at the weapons and see if I can fuck things up for them, because apparently it makes the entire area like grease for 8 hours.
Sure. Are you chucking your oil bomb on the foredeck or the aft deck? So Ragnar is up forward. The helmsman is to the rear.
Yeah, I tell you what, let's chuck that thing at the rear and see if we can fuck them up, and then I'll go down the rope with Ragnar to the front, and we'll take out that thing.
He has chosen to lube the rear.
He's
I was going to say lube the shaft.
you fucking people.
Come on! That was.
No, he's lubing it from behind. He's lubing the stern. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure throwing an object, and I will just go ahead and let's see, equipment, blah 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 blah. Where does it say? Throw an object.
Wait till you get down to the deck and then do that as a more accurate shot, right?
I mean, he's dropping it from above.
He's hawking one on it, right?
Plus, it's a pretty big target. I'm just wondering whether you know what his dex and his strength are the same bonus, so just roll it with a +7, please.
He's hawking
works.
one on the deck.
Ah, wah wah. So a 1 automatically misses. The oil sails into the ocean, where it splashes harmlessly on the side of the ship.
Awesome. All right. Well,
It's
then
still on the ship.
What's that?
It's still on the ship. We can work around that.
Wait, what's still on the ship? I thought he said it went into
I
the
mean,
water.
like it, yeah, it splashes in the water. It has chummed the ocean. A
Yeah,
one
alright.
a 1 on an attack roll automatically misses. You gotta you gotta miss.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Let me go ahead and rage so I don't forget to do that later, and then I'm gonna want to make my way towards Ragnar and help him out if possible.
You got it. So go ahead and make me an athletics check to slide down that rope again, please.
All right.
So I got you
For
at
me, I think-
+7.
+7. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
good. I thought that was a plus nothing.
Okay, you make it down to the deck deftly, with no damage, and roll your wild magic. table. I think it's a D8. Yeah, Wild Surge, D8. So, a 7. Flowers and vines temporarily grow around you. Until your rage ends, the ground within 15 feet of you is difficult terrain for your enemies.
How appropriate.
Nice.
So he jumps down to the forward deck, and although the rear deck is not slippery, the forward deck, you notice that the wood that the Morkoth is made out of almost seems to come to life, and branches and various tendrils and ivies sprout as if from new growth from the deck and begin entwining themselves about the legs of the crew.
Nice.
Dry Humphrey is up next. Do you want him to... does anybody still on the airship want to give Dry Humphreys a command?
It might be useful to have him come down there with us since we're attacking. I don't know what kind of range he needs to do healing. If that can be done from the boat, or does he need to be closer to us?
He's probably going to need to be closer to you guys, so let's have him try.
Yeah.
So that's
Time to get your feet wet.
our 1d20 plus Ted.
For a athletics check, he has no bonuses.
Hope you don't die.
You give him a best of luck. He slides down, and he noticeably twists an ankle a little bit.
Oh, he's a professional. He'll be all right.
Walk it off. Socks and Motrin.
Yep.
He's good.
Socks and Motrin. And he looks around. He is now also on the foredeck. And if somebody would like... let's see. One of the ballista crew moves to strike him, and so the cleric, Dry Humphreys, holds his hands out and calls upon his divine power. And let's see. That is a dex save. So 7 versus 12. Okay? Somebody roll me a 2d8, please, for spell damage.
Em, can you get that one?
I got it.
Get it.
I'm almost done. Maybe I shouldn't be the one doing this.
A 2d8. Add me another d8, please.
Sorry, I did not catch the 2 there.
It's okay. All right, so 13 total. The cultist basically moves from the ballista with one of the large shafts, one of the large arrows, the harpoons, and moves to impale the healer that has just dropped down to the deck. Dry Humphreys, however, on the ground, kind of favoring his wounded ankle, completes his spell. A jet of flame shoots down and absolutely burns that one cultist to an absolute crisp. But it's clear that Dry Humphreys now is going to require some assistance and protection from the individuals up forward. So that brings us, I believe, to the top of the order. The ballistas on the forward end, one of them has been reloaded. The guy that took the ballista off and tried to stab him, that one is not reloaded. The two on the aft deck also get reloaded. And a number of cultists are now charging up the stairs to attack Ragnar and J-Lo. I will say that because the extremely cramped quarters, that only two of them for each of you are able to make it actually there and get some attacks off. So we will roll two of these. J-Lo, you're up first. That is a 17 to hit. The second one is a nat 1, so that misses. Does a 17 hit you, J-Lo?
Yeah, 17 hits.
All right.
I think. Well, let me double check since I'm a 9 now. I could be wrong, but give me a sec. Nope, I'm still 15. Did we have any inspiration?
I know you raged.
Yeah, but does that change my armor class?
No, it doesn't, but it does imbue you with damage reduction. So,
okay. All right.
And this is slashing damage, which you are, of course, resistant to. The damage is a 6, but that does only 3 to you. And we are bringing that off of your temporary HP first.
Okay.
Let's see. All right, so that's you. And then for Ragnar, the first one is a 7. Second one is a 14. I think both of those probably miss.
Yeah, my AC is 17.
All right, there you go. So those miss. That brings up the navigation. Basically, the first mate gets a turn here. So he's barking orders at the crew. He's speaking in a language that you don't necessarily understand readily. All right, action happens below deck. Check, check, check. All good. That brings up the rogue. You are now still descending. Let's say that you are at 100 feet of elevation for this turn.
Okay, I am going to the aft man who's, or not on the aft, the guy at the fore who's got the rudder, right? Or
The
no,
rudder,
it's the
yep.
rudder in the aft.
The guy on the ship's wheel. Over here-ish.
Yeah, see. I don't know where he's supposed to be. Or is it on the... I don't know.
What? The ship's wheel is right here. So
hold on. Everything just cut out.
Yeah, it's...
Can you hear me?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
How about now?
Ugh, hold on.
Can you hear me now?
Anyway, I'm gonna target the guy on the rudder with chill touch.
What touch?
Chill touch.
Chill touch. Okay.
Product damage.
Stout.
Ghostly skeletal hand.
Right, and that's 2d8 damage, and he cannot regain hit points until my
Ranged
next
spell
turn.
attack. Oh yeah, that definitely hits. For sure. So that is 6 necrotic, and he can't regain HP. All right. 6. You got it. All right. And you're just going to kind of stay there on the airship as it descends, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That brings up our airship. The rear ballista is reloading. The forward ballista, I'm gonna say Zindra probably because like the tether, right? The spool is already attached, so she's probably gonna stop shooting and like pull her bow and arrow out, right?
Sure.
So you guys are free to declare a target and make a attack roll at a. I'm looking +4, please. Yep. And she's well within her short range. So just declare a target and roll with a +4. I don't know who wants to do that.
$1d20.
+4, yes. And what's your target?
I think the helm or one of the crewmen, actually one of the crewmen for the ballista up front.
Okay. One of the gunners up forward. You got it. A 10 does not hit. So we'll move along. Ragnar, it is your turn. You've got a crispy cultist at your feet and 3 others within easy reach. Plenty more if you jump down into the lower decks.
What to do? So many people to kill. So little time. So I'm going to jump down to the lower deck.
Okay.
And am I able to strike the chain binding the giant god?
Yes, you can
Or
strike
king.
one of them.
All right, I want to do
Actually,
that.
I mean, it's an attack roll, so you've got multi-attack. You can hit the 2 that are, so you're up forward, like on the head area. Here, I'll make you in purple.
That perp.
No.
Would you mind just zooming in on the deck portions, and we don't really need the side
Yeah.
view or
Let's see.
the ast, the shaft.
Let's see what we can do here. Is that
Yeah,
better?
perfect.
That's
That's
better.
way better. Yeah, that's better.
And nobody gives a fuck about me. You don't need my. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna say Ragnar is here with a big fat R. And yeah, you can get a good shot on both of those chains on
All right.
either side of Hecaton's head.
Let me do that. So I
Yep,
need to
standard attack
roll-
roll, please.
a 1d20 plus 8. Twelve.
12 will not hit.
I'll roll my second one.
Did we notice anything weird about that hit? Or that miss?
Yeah,
Did he miss the chain?
Did I notice anything, or did I just straight up miss the thing?
The blade just turns. Chain is like round and tough to hit. It definitely has the feel of magical protection about it, as your blade
That's not
is
gonna
turned
miss all.
aside twice. You get the feeling that with a more solid hit, you definitely could maybe do it, but that those two, a 12 and 11, glance off the chains relatively harmlessly.
Yeah, shitty rolls.
Want want.
Can I, while I'm down here, can I take a look at Hecaton, and is he sleeping? Is he thrashing about against the chains?
No,
What is he doing?
So Hecaton's eyes are open, cast up towards the heavens, and is clearly in some sort of trance. If you didn't know any better, or maybe you do, it appears as almost as if he is in a like in prayer, but as if it is against his will. There's obviously some amount of pain on his face, and whatever power is being channeled through him does not seem that it is that it is something that he wants to be going on right now. But he is basically in stasis and does not respond to anything going on around him, including you swinging a giant glaive against chains on either side of his head. He doesn't even flinch as your strikes glide off the chains.
Off the
Alright.
chains.
Are you entering a rage now, or are you hanging on to it?
I cannot use cantrips when I'm in my rage, right?
No, but
Yes,
you
I'm
can
gonna-
always re-rage. It's
I'm
your
gonna hold
call.
off. for
Okay.
now.
J-Lo, that brings you up. You are still on the foredeck. Three crew easily accessible to you. One crispy at your feet, and Dry Humphreys is there with a twisted ankle, basically looking to you to make sure he stays cool.
All right. I think I'm just gonna start going hawk mode on everything I see.
You got it. So I've got
Or
yeah, you've got 3 attacks, and frankly, I'm just gonna say roll attack and damage sequentially, and we'll see how many of them you slice up.
All right. Oops. Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that seems right. So that first one is definitely a hit. The +8. Let's go back a minute. The roll is fine, but you've got +9 with your normal weapon, so that would be a +10 with your right hand.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
right.
I'll correct.
So it's fine. We'll call that a 27. That's a hit. So roll me a 1d8 +6 damage. Oh, +2. Yeah, because you're raging.
Yeah, I'm raging.
All right, so 1d8 +8.
+8. Oh, sorry.
No,
Oh,
that's
6.
fine. We'll call that an 11. The first one is toast. He goes down in a absolute bloody pulp. So the one ballista is clear of crew and gunner.
All right,
Turning
good.
our attention to the next one, go ahead and roll the what is this? D20 +10 for the next attack.
Yep. 16.
16. 16 will hit. Go ahead and roll that same D8 +8. That guy also is toast. And an offhand weapon strike if you want to.
Yeah, I do. I wonder if can I destroy that weapon?
Oh, the ballista?
The ballista.
Yeah,
You think that's worth doing?
you can
Hulk
strike at
smash.
it.
Hulk smash.
Well, I killed the dude on it, but somebody else could take it over and start shooting in our airship, right?
I mean, unless you stay there and Cuisinart everybody.
Uh,
Hulk smash it.
yeah. Fuck that, man. Let's destroy this thing for real. But I don't get. I have my attack roll is going to be a 1d20, but I don't get my +10 for the. Oh no! I do.
You get the it'll be a +9 because this is your non-magical weapon.
All right.
+9,
Nice.
so 25 will hit. And go ahead and roll damage without the
Yeah, it's just D8.
the ability score bonus or something. But I think you get the +2.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think I do get +2. It's not +6. It's actually been a while since
You
I've
don't
done
add your ability modifier to the damage bonus of the attack. Right. Yeah, that's right. So no ability modifier. So the damage bonus, see how the +5 and the +5, right? So you don't get the +5, but you do get the +2 from rage damage. So it'll be a D8 +2.
Okay, yeah, I just rolled it. It's an 8.
So that's 2. Oh, +6. We're going to take the roll. We're going to add 2. So that's 4 damage on the ballista.
Okay. I'm assuming that was not enough to disable it.
No, but it's a big piece of wood. Some splinters certainly fly from it.
Well, maybe it'll be less accurate.
The Dry Humphrey has a turn. He uses his ability to stand up and basically moves behind you, standing over the 2 bodies that you've killed. And from behind you, you feel magical energy course into your body. Once within the next minute, if you need to use an ability check, you can add a D4 to your roll. Does that make sense? So that's for J-Lo. You have been given magical guidance. You've been buffed. If you need to use an ability check or anything, and I'll just let you know, within the next minute, you get a D4 bonus on that roll. So,
All right.
you're being pocketed by the healer. We'll go up to the top of the order here. The forward ballista do not get an attack. The after ones do. The one of them shoots at the airship, and that is a 18 plus blah blah blah. So that will hit. Doing 32 damage to the airship. Okay. The ballista bolt cracks into the airship. And then the other one, J-Lo, you have attracted quite a bit of attention. The rear ballista swivels forward and looses its bolt at you. The roll is a 11, which I think misses.
Nice.
So
Yeah,
this huge wooden missile sails over your head and just out to sea.
All right. I would like to note whoever the dumb motherfucker was that had the balls to shoot at me, because that's the next person I'm hitting.
You got it.
Which one of y'all dead motherfuckers did that?
Also, I would like to point out that no one penetrates my airship without my consent.
Holy shit, man. You want us to put some lube on your back deck there?
NBSYO.
Alright. Let me pull this up. Okay, cool. And add this in. Alright.
Get down there and start sneak attacking some food.
So, The helmsman barks some orders and has another.
How's that idiot not dead?
He's only been hit by, what was that?
Firebolt and chill touch.
Firebolt and chill touch. Yeah. So he's really angry at you. He steps away from the helm, turning it over to another crew member, drawing his scimitar and kind of like stomping down into the hold. Ragnar, you notice that basically in the aft section right here, I don't know if you can see the cursor, there's basically the captain's quarters. This door opens and a dude in some flowing robes steps out, and there is a taunt here. Oh, where the fuck is it? He says some shit.
Your mother smelt of elderberries.
Yeah. No, he anyway, he points his magical trigger at you. He's wearing like this really fucking crazy purple and red like scaly robe with like tentacle sucker marks all over it and gold embellishment. The dude's obviously fucking gone. It looks like he has not had a touch of personal hygiene applied to his body for months, if not longer.
Gross.
And he yells at you, "Fool! You cannot beat me. I am the conduit to Slarkrithal the Great." And yeah, so
Sometimes.
Cool story, bro.
I think he's gonna shoot you with a lightning bolt.
Okay.
So I need you to make a dex saving throw, please,
All right.
Ragnar.
Stand by. My dex is +3. So
But shouldn't you have
You have
resistance to lightning?
advantage on dexterity saves that you can see while not blinded or incapacitated.
okay.
So you have advantage on this, and you have resistance to lightning anyway. But he doesn't.
And
know,
your bardic inspiration.
yeah, he doesn't. He doesn't know that though. So,
So it's a 17.
17 will save.
So I take half damage.
So half damage, and let me go ahead and roll this. All right, so half of that is 15, but then
All right, hold on.
half of
Hold
that
on.
again, because you've got resistance,
Uh-huh.
half of that again is 7.
All right, I'm also going to cast Absorb Elements, which I
Okay.
have. And I'm going to see how much I'm going to roll 1d6. So I absorb 5 of that damage for my next melee attack. It does not hit me. It gets saved up
Nice.
for my next
Yeah.
melee attack. So that's 1 total damage.
Should have been 7, right?
Oh, yes, 2. You are correct.
Yeah. And we'll take
All
that
right.
off of your temporary.
Yep, so I'm at 9 temporary HP.
You got it.
All right.
All right, cool beans. As you suck the magical energy out of his spell, he obviously is he's not very happy about what's going on with
Is
that.
he angry or is he butthole puckery?
The dude's crazy, right?
Okay, all right.
So he's, you know how the other dude, the other captain, was like afraid of Slarkrithal? This
Yeah.
dude is more like true believer cultist and thinks that this ancient sea creature is working through him, and he really believes that if he just trusts him hard enough, that he'll get, ultimate arcane power through this dude. So he's just like friggin' like basement incel, but instead of a basement, it's a boat, and instead of not being around women, it's not being around women. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
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 So,
All right.
That's that dude's turn. Rogue, you are up, and we're gonna descend to about 50 feet.
Okay, so I'm still on board, right?
You are on the airship, yes.
And that douchebag who was at the helm went
Yeah,
below deck.
he has drawn his sword and gone down below decks, and is basically hanging near his captain.
Wait, is the captain the robe guy?
Yeah, the obvious spellcaster.
Okay. Hey then. Let's see. Can I see them? It's like open.
Yeah, they're at this like landing area.
Okay, and he's standing in front of the captain?
Close enough to him, sure.
Okay, well, I decided that I'm gonna use Snillock Snowball Swarm.
What the fuck is that spell?
It's got a range of 90 feet and in a 5-foot radius sphere centered on the point. A flurry of magic snowballs. I don't know. Those swarming around. They have to make a dexterity saving throw of 14.
Or half
Or
as
take
much damage.
3d6 cold damage.
It's the ice fucking
What the
sea. They have resistance to cold.
What the fuck is this shit?
Do they have resistance to cold? I don't know if that's true. Like, yeah, they're up here in the North Sea, but that doesn't mean that they're
I guess
would
we're gonna
assume.
see.
We're gonna find out.
So, as you cast the spell, you note that it does not trigger on the captain or the mate as you have intended, but rather that it basically erupts from a point about 10 feet above their heads. So basically,
Okay.
on the upper deck, the spell effect does go off, but it is now affecting the upper deck, and you see the faint glimmer of a magical sphere that basically goes around the captain, and is like blocking your spell. So we are going to roll 4 dex saves for the aft crew. I'm sorry, excuse me, 5, 2 per ballista and 1 for the helm. So your spell save is what?
14.
14. And they get a +1 on this roll. So we'll go left ballista loader. 17 makes it. Left ballista shooter. 18 makes it. Helmsman. 8 misses. Right ballista loader. 14 misses. Right
Well, it
ballista.
doesn't miss. They take half damage.
Right ballista shooter. No, if your DC is 14, tie goes to you. So right ballista and helm will take full damage. Left ballista will take half. Which kind of works, you know. It's a little bit non-centered. So 10 damage.
And let me just check my spell sniper thing because I can't remember everything that it's.
That only applies to attack roll spells, I believe.
Oh, right. You're right.
Yeah. It's fine. So, that kills 3 of the cultists. the helmsman, the helm now spins out of control, is unmanned. And
Okay. Ooh. Can I dash and get down to the deck?
dash is a... Oh, no, because you can take that as a...
Action. That's a bonus action.
As a bonus action. Yeah, you can slide down the rope, which has been maintained taut, if you want to jump up to the center. Or, I'll tell you what, I don't know how tall this crow's nest is, but I'll let you...
Yeah.
That looks like it's not too far from 50 feet. I'll let you make a... what would it be? Acrobatics check?
Sure.
Yeah, to jump in the crow's nest or something, you can do that.
$21.
21 will do it. So yeah, you are in the crow's nest, and I'm gonna count that as at least half cover. I don't know that anybody's gonna be able to shoot at you, but we'll see. That brings up the airship. The rear ballista is reloading. The forward ballista is... Does anybody want to... well, we'll say that they're just still descending. Okay, so... Wait, did the rear ballista shoot last time? No, that was reloading last turn, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Sure. Somebody make a target call and attack roll with a... I think it's a +6 for the rear ballista.
I got it.
Nobody kill that motherfucker who shot at me.
What are we shooting at, by the way?
Oh. I think we're shooting at... Can we aim at the aft ballista?
Sure. Loader or gunner?
Can't I just target the actual ballista?
Oh, you could do that. So roll me a 3d12 plus 9. $31. Okay. So the ballista bolt crashes through the center of the chassis, and the ballista, loaded and ready to fire, the chassis cracks in half though, and the ballista falls to the deck, still too heavy to be lifted by its crew, who now is looking around like, oh shit.
Well, that's right.
Florida Man, you are up next.
Okay, so that leaves me how far from the boat?
So you are about 50 feet elevated up in the air, and kind of over the forward portion. You're the only one not aboard the Morkoth at this point.
I would like to attempt to board the boat.
Okay. How do you want to do that?
Got mine. Sliding down the chain.
Sliding down the chain. Cool. Go ahead and make a athletics check for me, please.
That's a 1d20 plus 5 for me. And on the way down, I would like to say to whoever's on there, "Catch me!" I guess that makes it.
That's going to make it. J-Lo, are you going to, like, catch him in your arms?
Yeah, why not? That's a good idea.
It's adorable. My hero!
And then I guess I get an action once I get down there.
Yeah, you get a full round action once you get
So-
down here.
I would like to cast. Let me find my D&D app. Dispel magic
Okay.
on the chains.
On the chains, very interesting. Okay, so you reach out to the chains and you notice a arcane weave surrounding them for sure. And I think that you need to make a roll or something. Let me grab.
Detect distant whispers. Third level
DC
spell magic.
equals, okay, for each spell of 4th level or higher, make an ability check using your spell casting ability. Okay, so for you, yeah, it's your ability check using your spell casting ability. So that should just be a charisma check for you, I think.
Tell me what it is. I'm typing it.
Let me double check. Do. +7. Okay. You reach out and you feel the magical weave surrounding the chains, and you push it away out of your mind, gently imbuing your own magic through the spell and causing it to unravel. The chains begin to glow almost with a magical purplish red energy, and then almost just as quickly immediately begin to fade. Ragnar, standing next to King Hecaton's head, begins to hear him stir as if waking up from some sort of trance. Zindra Winterbow is up next. Does she want to shoot anybody?
Can she see the captain?
Yeah.
Yeah, she wants to shoot at him.
All right, go ahead and make a attack roll at +4, please.
Alrighty. 22.
22 will hit. Let's see, what was our damage here? Longbow, 1d8 plus 2 damage, please, on that roll. Okay. The arrow strikes true, but the mage looks almost unconcerned about it. He looks up at Zindra and yells something in an arcane language at her. She's not really... she thought she fired something a little bit better than that. J-Lo and Florida Man and Dry Humphrey are on the deck, and from the water you each notice a number of harpoons slung out from the waves your direction. So,
Wait, what? We see harpoons?
yep, harpoons being slung out from the waves towards you. Ragnar, does a 20 hit or
20?
a 10?
A 10 does not. A 20 would. I have a 17 AC.
All right, so not much damage on that.
They're merfolk.
So that's 9 piercing damage, but that's halved because you're raging.
I am not raging.
No. J-Lo is.
Oh.
So 4 damage for J-Lo. I'll go ahead and adjust that. But the harpoon was attached to a rope that begins to try to pull you overboard.
Man, fuck that, dude. Let me, I mean, can I pull back on it or something?
It must succeed on a strength contest or be pulled. We can resolve that at the beginning of your turn, which is coming up shortly.
Okay.
So you've been stuck with the harpoon, and somebody's trying to drag you into the waves. Florida Man. Oof. You also have been struck, I believe. A 19 should hit.
That hits.
Piercing damage is a 10. Let's see here. I'll adjust you down to 2 temporary hit points, and you also will be subject to a strength saving throw. Dry Humphreys, fortunately, is not struck.
That motherfucker.
So, we are going to go with Ragnar. Your turn is up next. You are standing at the head of King Hecaton. The magical chains have just been weakened with the dispel magic, and the your weapon is charged with extra arcane energy.
All right. So, just so as a heads up, I'm gonna have to split here in a bit because it's getting late. The chains are weakened. Does that mean that they? Because Jimmer cast Dispel Magic, right?
Correct.
So does that mean that the chains would be easier to break?
That would seem reasonable to me.
All right, I'm going to attack the chains.
All right. Go ahead and make your rolls, please.
1d20 plus 8.
That's a nat 20, and because it is the first attack, you're adding the 5 lightning damage as well. So, go ahead and roll. You know what? I hope you know how much to roll, because that's a lot. And don't forget to add your heavy critical, because you're level 9 now. So 3,
God,
yeah.
So 2d10 plus 3.
Now 3d10 plus
3d10 plus 3.
Yeah, 3d10 plus your strength modifier. Yeah, 3d10 plus 3 plus 5 lightning damage. Right.
21.
21. So the left side chain that is wrapped around King Hecaton absolutely shatters, and as the lightning energy kind of coils itself around the chain, it just propagates and just blows every link in half.
Nice. I'm going to attack the other chain.
You got it.
That's a 23.
23 will hit. But this is normal damage, so D10 plus 3.
9.
9 damage. The chain seems to be holding on with just the faintest bit of tension against it. It's very nearly broken.
I'm going to use my bonus polearm master attack to try to finish it off.
Just stick it in there and
Plus
wedge it
7,
open.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make a roll, please.
20 plus 7. 19.
19 will hit, and 1 point of damage is enough here.
Okay.
You break the chains apart, and Hecaton begins to visibly stir from his stasis, basically. You hear the captain of the Morkoth yell at you as the clouds above you begin to coalesce into a stronger lightning storm, and you hear distant rumbles of thunder begin to get closer and closer. He yells at you, "You fool, what have you done? You have angered Slarkrithal. He arrives! He nears!" And you notice this faintest trickle of blood begin to form at the edges of the captain's eyes as the psychic effects of his connection with the monster begin to grow stronger.
Are you saying he's coming?
Yes. Wow. He's coming. He's coming.
He's at the head too.
Let's at least finish up this round of combat,
Sure.
because now that Hecaton is free and Slarkrithal is inbound and everybody is now on the deck of the Morkoth, we're basically at a pretty good place to be like, suspenseful ending. But I'm going to give J-Lo his turn. There are the first thing that you're going to need to do is to perform a strength check against being pulled by the tethers. So you have a +7, and you are able to add a D4 to whatever you roll. So D20 plus 1D4 plus 7 is what you're looking to do.
All right.
$20 is enough, and you're able to easily remove the harpoon. Basically, you just like break it in half and throw it back into the waves. You are free to act as you would like, keeping in mind that there is still a tether attached to Florida Man as well.
Yep. I want to do. I want to show off my muscles and show them they fucked with the wrong dude. As I throw that harpoon back in the water, and then I'm gonna go rescue Florida Man.
Okay.
Total Sasquatch.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
can
make
I-
another the exact same check. You're basically just trying to snap that thing in half.
Yeah. +7.
Big money, no whammy. Yikes.
Jesus.
9. Well, it depends on the roll, though. I'm gonna be honest with you. I rolled a 2. I shit you not. So
Thank fucking God.
you rolled a fucking double 1, but but this is a strength check, not a. It's a strength contest, not a not an attack roll. So miraculously, as it would seem, I shit you not, I rolled a 2. Hold on. Well, you can't fucking see shit. That's a fucking 2, right, fucking there. Anyway, you see,
No.
you see it. I'm not trying to hide shit. Yeah. So we good. J-Lo, did you still really want to seek retribution on that aft crew?
Yeah, but I can do it next week.
I'll tell you what we got. You're holding the business end of 2 halves of some harpoons, and you've got 2 targets back there at a range of 1, 2, 3, 4,
60
5,
feet.
6, 7, 8. 40, 50, right?
Let's go.
I'm gonna let you just yeet these fucking harpoons just like thunk thunk and just see what you can do, man. Cause it's fucking cool. Like I also keep in mind that they have been hit by these magical balls of snow. So I don't think it'll take much to kill them.
Eat it.
22
Nice.
will definitely hit.
Oops.
Nine will not, though.
No,
So-
that was damage roll. Sorry.
Oh, right. That's a damage roll. Okay, so that dude's dead.
All right.
Thank you for the clarification.
You're welcome.
That also will hit. Yep.
God damn, these 20s. Where are these in my game? Who do I have to pay for this?
Yeah, they're both absolutely impaled with
Nice.
these fragments of harpoons. We are now down to only a few cultists on the crew, and that brings up Dry Humphreys. His turn. Let me just to round it out. Let's see what we got. You know what? I'm gonna say that he's casting basically the same spell on Florida Man. So add a D4 to any ability check that you make within the next minute. Does that work for you?
Sure.
All right. And I think we're good. We are back to the top of the order, but none of the Morkoth's ballista are going to fire this turn. The one is sitting on the deck, disabled, and the crew of all of the others has been killed. The remaining cultists have gathered around their leader. The first mate is there. The captain, major spellcaster, is basically there in front of his cabin. Hecaton is stirring and trying to wake up, and the rogue is sitting there in the crow's nest, ready to just do some cheeky shenanigans. There's Ragnar on the front lines as usual, power coursing through his pole arm of the Stormraker. The clouds coalescing above as the power of both the giant gods and Talos, as well as the stored energy that has been usurped by Slarkrathal from below, and they're not merfolk, but they are some creepy crawlies from the ocean, begin to surround the ship and endanger all who are aboard it. So, what will happen at the chilling conclusion of the rescue of Hecaton? I think we'll find out next week if that's good for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah, buddy.
Hate to end on a cliffhanger, but it's fucking...
No, it's great.
all right.
Great.
I have so many notes.
Good time, guys. That was awesome.
All right, sweet dudes. I'm going to stop the recording here.